Oh ho ho, Daddy is home. It is time because your boy Sinful is finally ready to be fully empowered. So this is my first ever 5-starred actual, good dragon that isn't like a common or something useless. So here he is, max level 70, and we do have the food to feed him up here, which of course we will be doing immediately. Luckily, we also have another Empower Happy Hour on right now, which means that we can do some more empowering in a moment. But before that, it is time to get our boy, Bony Boy, up to max level. And you'll see that the feeding costs are they're quite high, but we can do it. We can do it. Look at our boy, level 70 max, and you'll see that all of his bars are now fully stacked. So our boy is here, and now we can actually worry about giving him some perks. The problem with this guy was that I actually put some perks on him a long time ago, and as you can see, they're just damage and health perks. So maybe I'll end up adding some more of those because now I can't add Phoenix perks to him. Oh well, that was a very long time ago, but it's cool to finally have this dragon here. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Like it keeps making the level up noise. That's an interesting bug. Okay, can I cancel out that? That's kind of scaring me. Either way, now when we look at our profile, we are going to have that shiny, shiny golden part to our profile. And now the question is, do I want to actually fully empower High Nest next? Because the only problem with that is that High Nest and Sinful do share wind, so you got to be kind of careful about it. But before you know it, we're going to have a whole profile of dragons that are maxed. Just mark my words. But how long did it actually take to get this dragon up to level 70 as a free-to-play? Well, that's kind of a little bit difficult to answer because I've come back and I've been playing for like 10.5 months again since I returned to the game and gotten all of these other dragons. But it's been like 10.5 months-ish, but that's with a lot of delays. Like I was busy empowering Michonne, empowering some other legends on the way there. So there were a lot of legendary orbs that I ended up using elsewhere before I empowered Sinful. So realistically speaking, I would say that, we've probably been able to actually empower our Sinful vampire for a long time now. I'd say probably like 4 or 5 months, maybe even more. But just delaying it for various reasons is what ended up happening. And, I don't want to immediately die in my first fight with my level 70 Sinful, please. I can't go against a full team of 70s. But at the same time, we will have a chance against a lot more teams now that we do have a level 70, which, Masters Arena is, of course, the ultimate goal. And now, while Sinful himself isn't the best dragon in the whole game, like we've got Dual Perception, which has multi-hit attacks, like he has an extra turn essentially, and he's also got really nice elements. Bony Boy here definitely does have his place, doing things, because even though he may not be the best, he does still have that Leech Fang, which, is going to be useless on a dragon like this with no HP. But just in general, he's going to be very, very useful for us to use from here on out. And so that is what we shall do. That he will be our boy that will carry us through many, many Masters Arenas. And when we get another dragon maxed with him, we should be able to start destroying enemies. But definitely in terms of how we want to use him, we've got to make sure that we use the leech when the enemy does have all of their HP. We want to make sure that we use his asphyxia at very nice times. But, he's a pretty easy dragon to get your head around, and he just deals damage that you need. So that's why we've got him. And we do have Corrupted Legend that's hatched as well, which could be interesting, but it's nice to finally have a fully ranked up, fully maxed out dragon after this long. Because, you can get away with not having level 70s in Master Arena for a while. Like, just dragons that are sort of close to it. But it does help a lot to have maxed out dragons. It really, really does. But the other thing about this Empower Happy Hour is that since we've got another one so soon, we could, in theory, start empowering our dual parliament, because if you remember, we are going to be having some quests for these dragons almost certainly, unless anything changes officially, because this was early info. But we will have these quests for these dragons, and we could we could, in theory, empower our dual parliament twice, because I do have the orbs for it, but is it really worth investing that many legendary orbs into dual parliament for, well, not that much benefit? I mean, it's 200 orbs plus 20 plus 15 plus 10 plus 5, and then there's gems, and then there's the Joker orbs. Is it really worth it? Well, I'm going to be contemplating this, I think. But of course, the other dragon that we've got is going to be High Nest as well. It's just, you'll see that if we go to empower High Nest right now, it'd be 418 Jokers used, which is, not the most ideal in the world. But this Empower Happy Hour will be lasting for quite a bit longer. We've got the Hollow, which is being advertised, which I'm not looking forward to that. But the Empower Happy Hour does last 2 days. And because it is a little bit longer, you can take advantage of this and actually get more than one dragon empowered, depending on which dragon type it is. So, yeah, we got a little bit of thonking to do, I think. Now, the other thing that I did want to talk about, we've got Heroic Race going on at the moment, so we're just going to be collecting our stuff from this, but I don't think I could collect the remaining 3 items yet, so we're going to be waiting on finishing this node. But the other thing that a lot of people have been asking about, which I will address now, has been Dragon TV, because today, with it being Sunday, we've got 100 ads to get watching in order to get a pinata, and that's for the Dragon TV collection. But yesterday, it did kind of bug out, and a lot of us ended up missing out on the birthday camera. I'm sure that the developers know about this and will probably be planning on giving some compensation out in terms of a single camera to everyone, because for a lot of players, they could not finish their final 5 ads because it just set it to the next day's timer. So I am hoping that the developers are going to be, giving us compensation next week when they come back to work. But for right now, I would say if you had screenshots of you not being able to get this camera because it bugged out, save them. And if we don't get compensation for whatever reason, which would absolutely annoy the hell out of the player base, at least send it over to support, and then you should be able to claim the camera that you missed. But these pinatas, dude, these pinatas on Sunday is 100 ads. It's literally 100 ads. Like, we've got fog coins and stuff up to 28, technically 30 because we're going to get the legendary chest as well, but 100 adarinos, and there's an hour break between each. You really have to be on it if you want to finish this. So God help you if you've got a busy Sunday, you probably won't be getting that collection done. But I guess as long as you don't finish the last collection, you might not get your hands on Rain, but you could at least get the corrupted egg. Like, that's certainly not a bad pickup. And then there's the Titan chest, the other Joker orbs, and the legendary Joker orbs. So there's still a lot of good stuff that you'll pick up, even if you ultimately don't end up getting High Rain. High Rain, I think, is just a bonus reward, really. And obviously, if you get 640 orbs, that's just free empowerment then. But yeah, there's that stuff all sort of happening at the moment. So yeah, I'd say Dragon City's chilling out. We're just saving up our Fog Island, Chaos Island currency for now until we decide what we're going to purchase. We can get some of those event items, and then we can potentially start unlocking some of this stuff, like with the XL chests, and then we could potentially get some, like the 20 breeding perks. I know a lot of people ask about breeding perks all the time, so if you get 20 of these birthday gift boxes, then there you go, 20 breeding perks. So that should have you set for a while. Those are the sort of things that we're looking into at the minute. But, I guess aside from that, we can just worry about trading, which, speaking of which, with Cinco, where I'm only currently at 20 orbs for Cinco, but if you manage to get at least 101 orbs for Cinco, you could, in theory, actually summon one, and then when the Heroic Race finishes, you could hatch and recall it, and then, potentially get more of this quest over here done, the training quest. But, that's a lot of dedication for Cinco. It's a lot of bonus orbs, of course, but it's a lot of dedication and a lot of trading required to get good stuff out of that quest. So yeah, we've got all of these weird quests going on at the moment, so many dragons and stuff that we can get and rank up. It's hard to keep track of it, and anyone that does have like most of these dragons, either because they paid for it or traded for it, you're gonna be busy for this whole month, I'm telling you. But I guess now that we've got Bony Boy fully maxed out, I guess we should move him out of the orbs habitat and put him somewhere else. Where can we put him? Should we put him in? Yeah, let's put him over here in the wind habitat. There you go, he clashes, so he's a completely different color to the background, which I kind of like. But yeah, if you are a free-to-play player that is looking to fully max out your dragons, it's definitely possible, as you probably already know, but it doesn't take years for this. You can easily do it within a few months, depending on how committed you are to the event collections, which event collections you get, and also how distracted you get on your way through, because again, I got super distracted on my way through. But we have Sinful Bony Boy here with us now, and you know, we'll be hoping to add more and more dragons to our ultimate profile collection. So I guess for now, I do wish you the best, and I hope that you manage to get something empowered that you like, but just remember that empowering Happy Hour has no limit to how many jokers you can use. So if there's just a dragon that you want to empower and you've got enough jokers, go wild and get yourself maybe a 5-star of your own. But I guess for now, adios and enjoy your day or evening, whatever time it may be.